What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hype Horn, our video game trailer and reaction-based show. I'm Tyrus, and I'm joined by Adobe Premiere Pro, Brooke Marston. So, Brooke, the other day, we released the video, our Game of the Year candidates so far. And today, we have 12 games that are confirmed to come out this year as of July 3rd. You never know what can happen right now.
That's true. You really don't.
But as of right now, we have these games are real, and we're being told they're coming out this year. So we're going to talk about them. Games we're really pumped about. So this doesn't include games that aren't confirmed for 2020 or are not confirmed at all. So things like the rumored Mario 3D collection that's probably coming out in like September and just hasn't been announced yet. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion, not confirmed yet for this year. Not talking about here. I'm very excited for both of those games. Thumbs up.
Yeah, we did just talk about them. So.
Yeah, but not to the same extent
Not
we're about
in
to
depth.
talk about our list here. But make sure you let us know in the comments below what game coming out this year you're most excited for. So maybe we overlooked a game that should be looked at more, so let us know.
Yeah.
But Brooke, you want to bring up the first game?
Okay,
talking
so
about
I'm
here?
going to come out and talk about the big gun, the first game that I think of when we think of highly anticipated games for the rest of the year. Just because it's so timely and has been hyped up for so long, should technically be out by now, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, Ghost of Tsushima out in 2 weeks from this day of recording.
Everything I have seen about this game, I am so pumped for it. It looks so good. The combat looks really interesting. I'm excited to see kind of how they introduce us to this lore that they sort of have shown in the past couple like announcement, like trailers and stuff. I think visually it looks like really superb, really like sort of bridging the gap between the gameplay we have now and what will eventually be next gen really soon at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that Sony's letting Sucker Punch take this big creative leap. Of course, they could have easily done an Infamous 3, Infamous 4, whatever you want to call it, but just a new superhero open world game. But instead, letting them do this feudal Japan open world action adventure game. It looks so amazing. I'm so happy Sony first party studios are going to take these big risks.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about with The Last of Us 2. Like they took narrative risks that you don't see normally in video games. And it seems like even this Ghost of Tsushima seems like a big risk.
Yeah.
But Sucker Punch is such a great studio. I have complete faith in them. The combat looks so different where like one or two attacks can kill you. That seems really interesting to me. I'm excited to try it out, and it's so soon.
Yeah.
Finally.
I know. The hype has just been building, and it's finally here.
Yeah.
Really exciting. I can't wait till we can take a crack at it.
Yeah.
Sure.
This game, in my mind, there's no way this game is bad. I've been playing Sucker Punch games since I was a little kid, and they've always been good. And I feel like they'll keep being good. And now I'm not saying there's no way it's not like amazing. It could be just good, but that's still awesome. I'm still pumped. I'm pumped to try this out. It's going to be different. So the next game I'm excited for. I'm very excited for this. It'll be the first time I'm playing a game in this franchise, and that is
What could it be?
Xbox Series X launch game, Halo Infinite. Now, I've never owned an Xbox, and I'm changing that this year, pending... This is we're recording before the Xbox Studios like presentation where they show what's coming up from their first parties. If that's awful, like complete garbage, maybe I won't buy an Xbox. But I expect them to bring Halo and some other big guns. But that's a separate video. We're assuming in this reality that I'm buying the Xbox Series X. I'm gonna buy Halo for day one, and that'll be the first game I play on the Xbox. And I'm so excited because I think this is such an important game for Xbox.
Yeah.
If this comes out and the flagship game for their new console is bad, like, I feel like they already have to dig their way out of a hole right now, and they still are to catch up to Sony. So if they misstep with this game, I feel like that's going to spell a lot of trouble for Microsoft.
I know. It is going to be a really pivotal moment. They definitely need to nail it.
And I don't play online shooters a lot, but I've been feeling the itch lately to get back into that. So I'm excited to try that with Halo, which like the Halo franchise like defined first-person shooters back in the day and inspired so many other games. So I'm really excited. I hope this is a big return to peak Halo. Hopefully 343 they've had some time to figure out what they need to change, what should be different. I'm very excited to try it out in probably November, whenever the Xbox launches.
All right, so next I'll talk about, and you'll probably be able to speak to this a little more as you just reacted to a new info session stream thing relating
so
to this
many
game,
video game press conferences lately.
Yeah, I know.
Obscene.
It's been a big past couple weeks, months for news.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm ready for this. I said in our last video, I guess, spoilers for my thoughts on video games, but Last of Us Part 2 is my game of the year so far. I really doubt a game will beat it in my mind, but I think if there's one game that could fulfill all its potential and be my new game of the year, it would be Cyberpunk.
Oh my god, bold.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red lit the world on fire with The Witcher 3, which is sold like, I don't know, something obscene, like 30, 40 million units now. Cyberpunk 2077 was announced in 2013. I doubt they've been working on it this entire time, but they've spent years and years working on this game, a very big studio. The world looks so cool. I want to get lost in this world. I want to do fun things with Keanu Reeves' character. I think Cyberpunk is going to be, like, you're on Load Up IGN when reviews go live, and this game will get a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It looks unreal. The preview of it that released last week looks insane. I'm so excited to try it out. But out of these 12 games we're talking about today, if there's one I would bet money gets delayed out of this year, it's going to be Cyberpunk.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to come out in May, got delayed to September, now delayed to November. And one thing about it is they're being very upfront. Like, the game's done, but this game is so big and there's so many bugs, we just have to keep delaying it to make sure a polished final product comes out to the consumers.
Yeah.
And CD Projekt Red knows this game is a big deal, obviously. They only release games once every few years. I imagine they're not wait as long as they can if they need to make sure this game meets the hype that's expected for it.
Definitely.
So it wouldn't surprise me if a month or two from now we get another update and they're like, hey, this game still isn't ready yet. There's too many bugs in it. It's not going to come out next February or next March. But the detail, it's insane in this game. I'm excited. Part of me is kind of excited with the delay. Now I can play it right out of the gate in 4K on my PS5 or Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
As long as there's upgrades at launch, which they've said, I'm pretty sure they've said there is. To really get lost in this really futuristic world and see all it has to offer, I think it will be a really cool experience.
Yeah, definitely.
But while Cyberpunk is themed all around the future, another game coming out this holiday season in the past and I'm very excited for is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, we haven't seen a ton of this game yet, but the past couple Assassin's Creed have been knocking it out of the park. Having the Viking setting is very exciting for me. I think that'll be really cool. As they continue to put in these RPG elements into Assassin's Creed, on paper, this sounds like really cool stuff, where you're not traveling this giant map, but you're focused on like your settlement area that you're in charge of, and you need to grow the settlement. And then there's branching paths in the story where you can make alliances to team up with people, or you can like go to war with them. It sounds insane. So I'm a little nervous. We haven't seen a ton of it yet.
Yeah.
But Ubisoft Forward is next week. I imagine they have to be showing. Like, this is going to be like the big blowout game. I'm sure they'll talk about Watchdog Legions and Ghost Recon Quarantine, which has to be getting a new name now.
Yeah. I know, it's very inappropriate.
Gods and Monsters, which is also going to get a new name if it leads her to be believed. But I feel like they'll give Assassin's Creed the blowout treatment and really show all the potential this game has and why it has to be one of the games you have to buy on next-gen console. So I'm very excited to see more about this game. I think it's going to be... I feel like this is like a safe bet of a very good game that's coming out this year.
Definitely, yeah. All right, so next I think we should talk about another game we just recently got a huge info dump on.
Yes.
Is it Marvel's The Avengers or just The Avengers?
Technically Marvel's The Avengers, yeah. Marvel, yeah. Yes. But if I said earlier, just now, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, safest bet to be a great game, I think this is the safest bet to not be a great game, but I'm still excited for it.
Yeah.
This is I don't think I've been this excited to play a game where every time they show off gameplay, I'm like, that looks mediocre.
Yeah.
But I love the Marvel universe, and Crystal Dynamics is such a good developer that I have hope this game is just demoing badly or something. It just isn't looking good when they show it off.
I know. I feel like they're trying to, and kind of like how they just recently showed off in the press conference that we watched, kind of like a bunch of different new features. I feel like they might be trying to do too much at once almost.
Yeah, it's hard with every character being unique. So there's 5 confirmed You have to assume Captain America doesn't stay dead like they keep saying. So that makes 6 characters you can play as, which is a lot to make them very unique and different and like fill these and all the customization game involved. This seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely.
To go into this game. And like I said, it's a good studio, so I want to have faith, but it wouldn't surprise me if this game comes out to mediocre reviews. But I don't know if that's the worst thing in the world for a games of service like this. Obviously, it's not ideal. But you see, like, Destiny 1 had its issues at time. They just grow and grow and grow Destiny. Or the Division grows over time. Or even things like No Man's Sky has grown over time. So I don't think it's the worst. This is a game I'm going to buy. I'm pumped to play it. Coming out soon. We're less than 2 months from this game coming out. Which blows my mind. But this is a game that, like, you don't sit and play in a week like The Last of Us 2. This is a game meant to be played for months and months or even years, as they continue to grow the roster of characters and expand the story, things like that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that's like almost even more ambitious to try to keep someone attached for that long, especially given everything else that's going to be going on at the same time.
Yeah, so it's really cool. You'll be able to upgrade your PS4 version to PS5 for free or Xbox One to Series X. I think that's a really smart move by Square Enix to introduce that. But yeah, I'm just a little nervous about it. The gameplay doesn't seem super groundbreaking or even like super engaging, but I'm still excited. I love the Avengers.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Just the idea of it, I think, is so cool. This game from a great developer and on build it out over years, just like Destiny, just like other games of service. So
yeah, I know. I wonder how it will start out, but hopefully, at least if nothing else, it develops into something that is a lot more robust.
Yeah, so I'm excited. It's not blowing my mind excitement, but I'm still like, oh, this is a game I'm looking forward to play. Like, it'll be like my September game for the most part.
Yeah.
That I sit down and play a bunch and then can come back to whenever new content drops. But while we're talking about Marvel, how can we not bring up Spider-Man Miles Morales, assuming launch title for the PS4 by saying holiday 2020.
The game that made Tyrus scream.
I screamed so loud when this game was announced. I can't believe it. It's from Insomniac. Ratchet & Clank is one of my favorite series. I love Spider-Man PS4. So I'm so excited to play Spider-Man Miles Morales. Miles can finally get his time in the spotlight.
I know, and I think that's so awesome. And that's something that really excites me, definitely.
I can't, even though this is going to be a smaller game, I doubt it's priced at whatever AAA games will be priced at for next gen. Listening, they might be $70. I assume this game will be like $40 at launch. But still, to just have a new, 10 to 14 hour story in New York as Miles with all the visual benefits of the PS5, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it'll be awesome
to see this game, see what's in store. I want to see more of it. The rumored Sony State of Play in August, I'm sure we'll have a ton more information. I imagine this is the game they want you to buy for the PS5.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, like when Sony's been showing off PS5 tech demos behind closed doors, Spider-Man PS4 is the game they're using. So Insomniac knows what they're doing with this game. I'm so surprised they're getting out a 2-year turnaround for this, but I'm pumped. I'm so pumped to play it.
Yeah.
So that was like the big games. Again, air quotes around big.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about some other games that maybe not everyone's excited about. Or like your games more than like that, like the hardcore gamers are excited about.
Yeah.
Things like that. So Brooke, you want to take it away for this next one?
Yeah. So first I want to talk about this is kind of an interesting one. Same release date, I believe, as Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, 2 weeks from now.
So spoiler alert, that's what game we're about to talk about. Yeah, so I think that's pretty interesting, but we're getting a new installment in the Paper Mario series.
Yes.
First time in a very, very long time. So I think that's something that is really exciting to me. I haven't played a Mario and Luigi RPG in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So Paper Mario, the Origami King, I'm really excited to see what this installment has in store for the Switch, because it's brand new to the Paper Mario franchise series.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see kind of like they introduce like some new like weird lore, kind of like some like new looking combat mechanics and stuff like that. So
the combat looks neat from the trailers they're showing off.
Yeah.
With like how it's almost like a puzzle you have to solve like really quick. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I hope this is a return to form for the Paper Mario franchise, not only for that franchise, but for Nintendo this year. They are struggling in my mind. Like, not struggling to the Switch is selling gangbusters. But in terms of, like, exciting releases, like, there's been Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And then there's been, like, the Xenoblade remake. And Clubhouse 51 games, while we love, that's not a super exciting game.
Not a lot of hype for 51 Clubhouse games.
And the fact that nothing is announced next for Paper Mario, I imagine any day now, that Mario 3D collection that's been rumored has to be announced soon.
I know, it has to. Especially if it was, like, as rumors have been saying, it's supposed to come out sometime this year. Yeah. So, like, it needs to have a little time to breathe before it's just here. It's not like, it wouldn't be like Nintendo to just, like, randomly just, like, shadow drop something that is so big.
Yeah. So, for Nintendo, I hope Paper Mario is good. I'm excited for this. I wish it wasn't coming out the same day as Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a weird choice.
Because I'm like, I know in general their markets probably don't overlap too much, but, like, I'm not buy them both on July 17th, but I'm not play Ghost primarily first. I'm more excited for that, but I think Paper Mario to be a fun game to play. Like, Yoshi's Crafted World was really fun, and Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo rarely misses with their first party games on the Switch, so I'm hoping this isn't a miss.
Definitely.
But other fun, cute looking games coming up. Brooke, this one's an indie game that I'm most excited to play probably out of this list, honestly, and that's Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
Now, if you haven't seen Fall Guys before, trailers should be playing right on the screen. You need to watch this. This seems insane. It's like a platforming battle royale competition game. Kind of, and like every challenge feels like a funny like Wipeout challenge, that old TV show. The release date's being announced next week. I hope it's very soon. They keep saying summer 2020, so they're running out of time. But Bert, what do you think about Fall Guys?
I am so excited for Fall Guys. It's like a battle royale game that was made for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at any kind of shooter. My reflexes are very horrible, but I love a good 3D platformer. I feel like this game is going to be so much fun. Kind of like the quickness of the action is definitely something that's really good because it's never too discouraging. You get knocked down and you get up again. Yeah,
and there's a good variety of challenges, it looks like. They released a new trailer that showed some of them recently, and it looks like there's like a dozen plus different challenges, and then there's others I've like seen in other trailers that I knew weren't in this new one, and they're going to be updating it with new content after release. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I hope when they announce the release date next week, I hope they're like, it's available right now. I can't wait for this game.
Tyrus has been ranting and raving about this game for months, and I'm really excited too. I think it'll be super fun.
Yeah.
I wonder how much do you think it's going to cost?
I think it might be free to play.
I know. See, that's what I was wondering too, but also like, so then the cosmetics would just be like the extra like added cost.
Yeah. If not, maybe $19.99.
Yeah, I know. I can't see it as being like super pricey or anything, but then with all like the new kind of, we've been getting like more information about like the cosmetics and stuff like that, I wonder if that is going to make it
tons of costumes.
If that's going to be like built in, or if that's going to be something on the side that you purchase.
So we'll see. I cannot wait to play this. You should know, audience, we'll be having Fall Guys content on the channel as soon as this game is out, because I'm done waiting. It's time. It's time to have this fun competitive platformer. I cannot wait. But another indie-type game that got announced recently at the PlayStation 5 event that we cannot stop talking about as well.
I feel like this is like... I feel like it stood out to us. I feel like it didn't stand out from all of the hype that was at the PS5 event, but it's become a cult favorite. Bugsnax.
Bugsnax. Whoa! Bugsnax. The song has been stuck in my head for the month since it's been revealed.
Sometimes I like can't fall asleep at night. I'm like talking about Bugsnax. It's just in my mind.
Yes. Young Horses, the developer behind Bugsnax, made Octodad, which is a game I loved early on in the PS4 generation. So I cannot wait to play this game. I have no idea what Bugsnax is about, but it's going to be wacky. Yeah. I imagine. It's going to be good. It's a good developer. Part of me kind of hopes it's a horror game. People are like, oh, just wait.
Just from how whimsical it looks.
I want to see more about this game, but it's coming at the PS5 launch. That's been confirmed. I hope it's the PS Plus game that you get for free. That'd be really cool, because Young Horse is an awesome developer. Everyone should be playing their games. But if not, I imagine this game will be like $20 to $30. I'm pumped. I want to know more, but we've just been talking about it so much based on the 1 minute trailer.
I feel like I already know what to expect.
Yeah, and I feel like we had to include it in this video because we can't stop talking about it.
Definitely.
So we have, the PS5 launch lineup. That's a whole separate video once it's officially announced. But based on that PS5 event, it looks like it's going to be a good launch lineup.
Yeah.
But I'll still be buying Bud Snats day one, and I cannot wait to play it.
Bug snacks.
Bud Snats. So one of the first trailer reactions we ever really did was the good old Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remaster. And Brooke, I have been craving Skate 4 for years. But I know people love the Tony Hawk franchise.
Yeah.
And I've played some of the Tony Hawk games, but not like Pro Skater 1 or 2, which are like considered the best ones. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is one of the highest rated games of all time on Metacritic. I forget exactly where, but it's like up there in the top like 10. So I'm so excited to play this game.
Yeah.
Coming early September. So soon. Same day as the Avengers. So I'll be playing both. I don't know how I'm going to pick between the two. But God, skateboarding games are just something special.
I know. And I just feel like there's just nothing like this out right now. That's been updated for contemporary gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's interesting we're seeing this skate game revival coming on right now.
Yeah.
So the new Skate's been announced, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, but then even on the indie scene, you have Skater XL coming out in July, and then Skatebird coming out early next year. So lots of skate games coming. I don't skateboard myself in real life, but I like doing it with a video game controller.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it out, especially with the OG soundtrack in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It's really renowned for that. So I'm just excited to get into that world like for the first time and really get to experience it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's definitely like kind of the escape that we need right now.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So next, I think we'll talk about Crash 4.
Crash 4.
It's about time.
Finally, new Crash.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
So I'm really pumped about this. I wish it didn't get leaked. Jeff Keighley set up such a cool announcement at the Summer Game Fest for this game.
Yeah.
And it just got completely blown out of the water and leaked, which was a bummer for him, I'm sure.
I know.
But I'm pumped about this game.
I did like how they kind of owned it when it happened.
Yeah.
So I think they really took it in stride, which is good.
We've been playing the Crash Insane Trilogy recently since Crash 4 got announced, and it's very hard. So I hope Crash 4 is a little more modern. I hope it's still difficult, but doesn't require like exact precision jumping.
Yeah.
That some of these levels in the early Crash games require.
Definitely.
I'm a little nervous that it's not being developed by Vicarious Visions, who did the Crash remake. It's instead being made by Toys for Bob, which is still a pretty good developer, but I'm just a little nervous. I really wish Vicarious Visions was doing the new Crash, but I'm still excited. Over 100 levels have been confirmed for it, which blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a full $60 game coming out early October. I feel like it'd be a great game to like kind of pass the time right before next gen is here, assuming the new consoles come in November. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts for Crash 4? It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time for Crash. I don't know. I'm excited to play it.
Mm-hmm. So the final game that I am excited for, or we are excited for, was a standout, I think, for both of us during the PS5 reveal event, Deathloop.
Yeah.
Coming at launch, PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 timed exclusive, and that bums me out. Because I'm worried this is going to be a game that comes out and it's good, and then 5 years from now, we're like, oh, whatever happened to Deathloop? Because it's not going to sell as well being on just one console.
Yeah.
Especially when it's from a third-party publisher like Bethesda. But this concept seems so unique. Arcane is a great developer. I'm really excited to try out Deathloop. Again, part of this stacked, that's the third, fourth PlayStation 5 launch game we've talked about in this one video. Like, this launch lineup's going to be crazy. I hope Deathloop follows up on its potential. I'm also curious, like, why is it PS5 timed exclusive?
Yeah.
Like, why would Bethesda give away that right? Is it not as good as it looks? I don't know.
I know. I was wondering because nothing about it looks like particularly, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, nothing about it looks like particularly next gen to me. I feel like it looks like something that could just as easily be played on the PS4.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm curious about. Although I did really like everything about this game when it was revealed. I really like the aesthetic. I like the premise of it. It feels almost like both a shooter and a puzzler at the same time because of like the strategy that seems to be involved. But I definitely am curious about what it's actually going to be like for sure.
Yeah, so the concept, if you don't know at home, Deathloop is you're on this island and it's kind of like Groundhog's Day where you keep dying over and over again, but if you kill these certain people on the island, you like break your death loop. So that seems interesting. Yeah, look at that. And on top of that, there's an assassin hunting you. which I don't know if that's a CPU or if you can have that be another player.
Yeah, I know.
That'd
That
be
would
really cool. So
yeah.
I want to hear more about this game really bad. I especially feel like if you can do if it's like a competitive multiplayer type thing, that'll be really rad and really innovative. But even without that, I still think it's gonna be really cool. So I'm excited to see more about this game. It's a launch game as of right now, unless it like bombs when reviews come out. Like it's my plan on getting. Yeah, I'm excited for all these new experiences coming with next gen.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, you're right. I want to know like why it's only next gen, aside from being where the hot console is. But I have to imagine if you're a third party publisher and you're releasing a next gen game, there has to be a reason it can only run on next gen. And I'm sure maybe we're just missing it, or they'll reveal like what's so expansive about it. But
definitely,
I'm pumped. Lots of cool games to look forward to for the rest of 2020. Brooke, is there one game in particular you're most excited for? Bugsnax, yes. For me, I think it's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Spider-Man's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm excited to have more in that world with Miles. I think he'll be really cool. But also, for short-term Fall Guys. I need Fall Guys.
I know.
But that has been this episode of The Hype Horn. Make sure you let us know in the comments below what game you're looking to forward the most, even if it's one we didn't mention, you only fit so many games into one video. And make sure you subscribe to the channel because we do lots of gameplay content on tons of different games, and we do reactions to every notable thing going on in the video game industry. And until we see you again, don't let anybody kill your hype.